What's good? What's poppin'? It's your boy Tommy B, Bar CEO. Just doing a quick podcast on my experiences last night. I went to World Domination 6 at the Studio Bar in Toronto. Ridiculous atmosphere. I mean, listen, that was hip hop right there. That was nuts. Like every single MC was on fire. Every battle was on fire except for one. But I'll get to that when I get to that. But anyways, let me just talk about the atmosphere. So I pull up, and I'm with my homie, and he's never been there to a King of the Dot event. He's been to Beast Mode, and he didn't mind the Beast Mode event. But I took him to this World Domination event, and he wasn't a big fan of it. I don't know. He thought Beast Mode was better, but he's not a battle rap fan. This event, in my eyes, was ridiculous. It was the best rap event I've been at since I started going. But definitely the atmosphere was ridiculous. So we get there. We're walking up to the bar. We went mad early. Usually when they say doors open, you don't go when the doors open, man. You go like an hour, maybe hour and a half afterwards. So I went there. Went to get my wristband, and no one was there. So I was like, okay, let's dip. I messaged Chrome, because me and Chrome chop it up at the event every time. That's the only reason why I go to these things, to support him. But now I got a lot of, I talked to a lot of people, and I got a lot of, people interested in bars, and people, I talked about bars to a lot of people there. But anyways, back to my story. So we're going, no one's there, so we're like, me and my boy go out, and we go to the bar across the road. So as we're sitting at the bar across the road getting some drinks, I'm just watching all these people show up. Boom, there's Cortez. Boom, there's not T-Top, not T-Rex, fat one with dreads. What the fuck's his name now? Big T? Is it Big T? Yeah. Boom, there's Pat Stay. Boom, there's Thesaurus. Boom, there's who else? Let's think about it. Who else was there? Tycoon Tax. Sharon was there. Fucking Head Ice was there. All these people, and I chatted up probably about 50% of them just to, I gave them dabs. It was like, to me, they're like celebrities, because I see them. I've only seen them on fucking YouTube and all that shit, and a lot of them, I have a different take on each of them because I did chat it up with some of them. I talked to Poison Pen. He's pretty fucking dope. I always talk to Organic and Gully every time I go to a King of the Dot event. I tell them what's good and all that shit. They know about bars. So I talked to Head Ice first. Head Ice was real cool. I told Mom I was a fan and all that shit. Big dude, man. I'm looking up at this dude the whole time, man. He's huge, and he's grimy. I'll tell you, this dude's grimy as fuck. He will fuck you up. Not a word of a lie. I talked to him, told him I was a big fan, and he was pretty humble. But I just kept it at that. But Sharon's a cool dude, man. I fucking talked to Sharon. He was actually beside me in the franchise battle, and he's like, man, this franchise dude's a killer, and I'm like, exactly. Franchise went off that night. But yeah, who else? I talked to Pat Stay briefly. He wasn't there very long. He was there probably halfway through the night. I wanted to talk to him more. I never really got the chance to talk to him. I just dabbed him up and said what up to Pat. Roan was there. Now I'm remembering a lot more guys. Roan's kind of cool. Didn't really. I sat beside Roan at the bar and said what's up. Didn't really chat him up. I don't want to act like a groupie over there, but. But it was a crazy atmosphere. Cortez, I said what up to Cortez. Cortez kind of acted like, I don't know, out of all of them, Cortez was like the biggest asshole out of them all. That's just my opinion. Thesaurus, man, Thesaurus was like talking, like telling me all these stories with Chrome is hilarious. All these stories from the first day and the second day. I guess all these guys were like at a hotel, right? Because the venue that day 3 was at, it wasn't the same venue that they had at the day 1 and day 2. Day 1 and Day 2 was like a bigger venue, but this Day 3 was kind of real cool because there was probably a good percentage of people that were there were all battlers. You know what I mean? Either hungry battlers that I see on Beast Mode or in other divisions and other places and other leagues, or there was the big guys that fucking actually paid attention to these new guys because these new guys are about to tear shit up. Let me tell you that. Every battle was fire, except one. The Little G versus Brown. I gotta get this flyer up just to go over the matchup. I don't remember all the names. But, that night, man, I had a great night. I got nice and drunk. You can see me in the video in Chrome. I'm in Chrome's corner in his battle. Drunk as... I wasn't that, you know what I mean? I was having a good time. I didn't want to get too drunk where I was just stupid, you know what I mean? Smoked a little good, a couple drinks, it was a good time. Definitely had a blast. Just trying to find my the flyer so I can name off the battles and kind of give you an idea about the way the shit went down. But it was a small venue, which was kind of dope because you got real close. I had the pit style, you know what I mean? So it was Atlantis the AK or whatever, yeah, versus Mickey Worthless. Mickey Worthless was funny as shit. For a British guy, man, I had him taking that battle just on comedy alone. He had some tight lyrics. No stumbles. He was right on point. The other dude, Atlas, Atlantis, whatever his name is, he had a real good third round where he exposed a lot of the British and American type traditions and all that shit. It was real cool. There was the Little G and Caveman Brown. Caveman Brown had the fucking flow on point, and I love that in a battle. When you can rip into people and stay on this kind of really dope flow, not a lot of battle rappers do that. You know what I mean? They have the the pauses and the delivery, but this guy's delivery was just straightforward. You know what I mean? He was just flowing, and it was just constantly, and the way he put it together was nice. Like, it was real good. Lil G had a lot of slip ups. He freestyled a lot during it. I know he forgot a lot of his lines, but what I've seen from Lil G, I mean, Lil G relies a lot on his comedy and less about his delivery and stuff like that. A lot of times he was like out of breath, and I could see a lot of it not going his way. Tez versus Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor took that battle like under 2 days' notice, and you could tell because his round was a lot shorter. But with the shit he did bring, man, there were some bars that was like definitely overheads that you would have to really think about it. I forget a lot of it, but I remember being like mind blown there. Tez was just boring to me. He was just slow and had no energy at all, and it just kind of sucked the life out of that battle. And he had way more time, I guess, because he was prepared for the battle that the guy dropped out, right? So he still had bars. So, like, he got them all off. Lex had a shorter round, but to me, Lex had the better performance, which is ridiculous for someone that was preparing. But they both 2 days notice, But I think Tez was using a lot of his shit from the battle that he was supposed to have. Step Easy and Frack, I did not see that battle because it was like 2 o'clock at night, and I had to go as soon as Chrome was done. Chrome was the main event, but this battle was late because Step Easy's car broke down or whatever, and he couldn't make it there on time. But they did it afterwards. I wish I could have stayed there, but I couldn't because my homie had to go. I went with him. We took his ride, but it is what it is. That would have been nice to see. I like Frack, man. Frack's a good dude. I talked to him. Definitely watch out for Frack. Franchise and A-Ward, fucking bananas. It was almost like Satan and God going at it. It was like crazy. Franchise was Satan and A-Ward was God, and the styles clash was ridiculous. Definitely the battle of the night in my mind, my opinion. I couldn't even call that, but I'm telling you right now, Franchise is a fucking problem, and A-Ward definitely gained a new fan. I'm definitely looking out for him. The main event, Chrome and Jeffrey. A lot of people say that Chrome lost that battle. Me, now that I thought it at first being there, but after sitting down and thinking about the battle afterwards, it could be easily debatable. Chrome clearly took the first round. Second round is the debatable round. Second round is like, okay, I see what he did. I see what he did. I don't know. Could it go either way? Third round, it depends on the person. To me, I did not like Jeffrey's third round. I think what he did is he went into this storytelling mode where he was just making a comedy story plot about Canadians and Americans, how Americans met Canadians and all this shit. And it was funny at the start, but his whole round was like that. So it kind of dragged on to me. But the crowd was on Jeffrey's side, which was crazy because world domination. There's a lot of Americans there. There's a lot of Canadians there too. So to me, and they were even screaming USA, USA. To me, that kind of pissed me off. But it is what it is. I know how y'all Americans are. But all in all, man, Chrome had a clean performance. I was in his corner, man, proud as fuck. Chrome did have a kind of a little sloppy third round. He had a couple stumbles, but you know what I mean. That's gonna happen. And a lot of people are talking shit, saying that Chrome got 3-0'd. He definitely did not get 3-0'd. It all depends on, that's what the way battle rap is. That's what makes it so versatile, because everyone has an opinion, right? So Billy Hughes is blowing me up right now. Shut the fuck up, Billy. So yeah, just you gotta understand when it comes to these battles and shit, everyone has an opinion. So if someone's dick riding someone real hard, like they're gonna 3-0 win every time. You know what I mean? They're gonna body bag every time. That's not the case in a Chrome battle. Me being Chrome's dude, I'm Chrome. You know what I mean? I'm Team Chrome all the fucking way. Chrome did not 3-0 Jeffrey. Jeffrey did not 3-0 Chrome. To me, at first I had the 2-1 going Jeffrey, but now that I really think about it and I want to watch it back, I mean, when you're there, you catch a lot of bars, but you don't catch everything. Watching it on TV or on YouTube or wherever it's released, watching it there is where you really get to pick. But me just being there at the event, it felt like Jeffrey got the 2-1, but I don't know. Like I said, that battle is debatable. I like Jeffrey now. You know what I mean? I wasn't a big fan of him. That was definitely a decent battle to him. He hung in there with Chrome. But I'm telling you, Franchise and A-Ward, watch that battle. It is insane. Best battle on the card. I've already said that, but definitely this Mickey Worthless. I'm definitely into that dude too. He's pretty good. Wasn't very happy about the Lil G battle, but you know what I mean, shit happens. And Lil G, man, I talked to him, man. He is a little dude. Like I'm 5'7". This dude's like 5'3". It's like crazy, and he's probably like less than 100 pounds. But the heart of gold, man. He's a good dude. But it was cool because going out for breaks and shit in between battles. Everyone's outside just chopping it up, smoking dope, fucking, getting our drink on, not outside, but you know what I mean. But it was just an amazing hip hop atmosphere. It had a lot of fucking positives. All the fucking big names were there. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them. The atmosphere and experience was like amazing, and I'm gonna remember that for a long time. And Chrome is too. And I can't imagine how Chrome feels right now, being able to perform in front of all these legends and guys that are making a living off this shit. And Chrome is going to do exactly that. I'm telling you, this dude's the future. Dudes like Chrome and Franchise and Conflicts and Eric Ortega and Genesis, these guys, if they keep doing what they're doing, man, they're going to be there too. And it's just, it's an emotional roller coaster for me to watch these guys go through the ups and downs. And, I'm privileged to witness it. You know what I mean? And I'm privileged to be a part of it. I was motherfucking Chrome's water boy, man. That meant a lot to me. But anyways, this 15 minutes is almost done. Salute to everyone at World Domination 6. Bar.